yeah! Oh yeah! Represent in this moment. Yes! Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a Saturday night video. And you know what that means. It's Saturday night, it's time to party! On the weekend! Alright. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in my pants down in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share the video all over the goddamn motherfucking internet. Because you love me so much. Hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you miss it, well, fuck you! And that's all I gotta say about that. But if it's your first time watching, then welcome to the party, pal, and I hope you enjoy the ride. But if you're a fake bitch, then get the fuck off and go suck an egg. Matter of fact, go suck some dick. Or suck your friend's dicks, because that's all you're in a little circle jerk, and suck each other's dicks. That's all I really care about. But whatever. We don't care about those insignificant wannabe dog. We don't care about those wannabes that think they're better than us when they're not. They're not. They're just a bunch of womp. That's it. They think they're tough. They're not. It is what it is. But we're not going to talk about that. Alright. So, like the video, subscribe, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're real. If you're not, you can go suck a dick. And, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell. That's most important. Along with subscribing. And that's pretty much it. Alright, everybody. It's Saturday night. And you know what that means. We got the NFC and AFC divisional playoffs that happened today. Some pretty good games, except for the NFC game I'm watching right now. If you're a Giant fan right now, you want to throw yourself off a bridge. Matter of fact, throw yourself off a fucking bridge, because you got wiped out today. There's 5 minutes left. Giants are taking some ridiculous timeouts now, thinking they can come back in this game. Eagles are mopping the floor again with them for the third straight game. Not the third straight game, but the third straight time. 28-7. So the Eagles are going to go to the NFC title game and face either those Cowboys or the real team, the Niners, tomorrow. They play tomorrow night on Fox at 6:30. Should be a pretty damn good game in Santa Clara. At least it won't be raining. That's a good thing. But we'll see what happens with that. It should be a good test for Brock Purdy, the Paul Heyman guy. And by the way, the Niners are Roman Reigns' favorite team. Oh, yes! The tribal chief acknowledges the Niners. Makes me love Roman Reigns even more. But I digress. And the Eagles, well, I thought they scored another touchdown, but who cares? And that's all I gotta say about that. And the first AFC game today, the Kansas City Chiefs did what they had to do, and they beat the Jaguars, who gave them a little bit of a run, but not too much. So Kansas City goes to the AFC title game, where they'll face the Buffalo Bisons or the Bungles, whether it be in Kansas City if the Cincinnati wins, or in Atlanta if the Bills win tomorrow. So it'll be a neutral site game if the Bills win. But we'll see what happens tomorrow, beginning at, I believe, 4 o'clock. Well, I gotta wait till 8 o'clock for the... actually, not even 8 o'clock. I gotta wait till 6:30 for the fucking Niner game to go on. But we got Sunday Night Football under the lights. Prime time, baby. Prime time. Like Deion Sanders would say. Prime time. And hopefully those Cowboys will get wiped off the face of the earth. Like other people I know. But I digress. So we'll move on from there. So if you had the Giants to win, you lost. I had the Eagles by spread, and I won. Ka-ching! Thank you. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. We'll move on from that. And that's pretty much it for this weekend. I got really nothing else planned. I was supposed to go out tomorrow, but I'm not going out. I might go out. I might not. I'm not even sure if I'm doing anything anymore. But besides watching football and then doing my chores, and that's all I gotta say about that. Because I had a good work week and tired. And that's that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this not even late, but on this Saturday night, January the 21st, 2023, we're already almost at the end of January already, and then February is going to be here and gone really quick. 3 weeks and it's gone. And then March is coming, and then, we talk about baseball, spring training, and all that good shit. Football will be done. All we gotta wait for are the boys of summer. That's baseball. And, hockey will still be around, and basketball, but who cares? But, yeah. We'll talk about baseball and hockey in April or May. But not right now. And that's all I gotta say about that. Anyway. Alright, so on this Saturday night, January the 21st, 2023, it is time for your late and out-of-date Smackdown and AEW Rampage Brother Review for January the 20th, 2023. Alright, so last night was pretty good action last night for both promotions, AEW and WWE. Smackdown, pretty decent show. The ending was not so good for Roman Reigns, but, still a pretty decent show as we are 1 week away from the Royal Rumble on our road to WrestleMania 39. And we'll see what happens with that. We got Raw this Monday night, Raw Triple X, or Raw 30 for you stupid people that don't even know how to use Roman numerals. So there should be some good stuff. We got the Nature Boy, woo! Ric Flair gonna be there. Hogan's gonna be there. Kane and the goat of all goats, the Undertaker, will be there. The Bella Sluts were supposed to be there, but I heard they got kicked out. Thank the Lord. Who wants to see those sluts? Slut that I actually want to see is Lita. So Lita will be on the show. Teddy Longplayer will be on the show. And a couple of other legends here and there will be on the show. And then reminisce about the past 30 years of Monday Night Raw. And also we're going to have the acknowledgement ceremony with our tribal chief. That's Roman and the Usos, along with Solo. Alpha and Sika are going to be there. Rikishi's going to be there. Maybe The Rock by a satellite, because, he's too scared to see Roman face to face. But, he might see him at the Royal Rumble. There's heavy rumors that he might be at the Rumble, but I think WWE's keeping it secret, and The Rock is like, oh, I'm not going to be in shape for WrestleMania. Yeah, right, you pussy. You're a fucking pussy. You're just trying to play mind games with Roman, and you're going to show up at the Rumble, win the Rumble, and then get beat at WrestleMania, because you suck. Roman is going to smash, stack, and pin The Rock. But it is what it is. I mean, I think it's Cody Rhodes going to win the Rumble. People saying Sami Zayn's going to win the Rumble. That could happen. Though I think Sami and Roman are going to face off at the Elimination Chamber. I think Sami might win the WWE title, but I don't think he's going to win the Universal title. Because supposedly they're going to split those titles up like they're doing the tag titles, which is ridiculous, but it's okay. I don't care. But wide open and he dropped it. Just the way the ball bounces for the Giants. They can't catch anything. But it is what it is, and that's all I got to say about that. All right. So we got that. So, like I said, Sami Zayn can win the Rumble. I mean, a whole ton of people can win the Rumble. I'm still going to go with Dominic Guerrero to win the Rumble. That would be hilarious. But, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. We got that. So, and Rampage, was a pretty decent show as well. So let's get to it. Let's not waste any any more of your so-called precious time, because most of you don't have anything to do. Just be on YouTube rest of the night, and then tomorrow, and then for the next 340-something days. That's all you do, is be on YouTube, because you supposedly have jobs, but you think of other people on YouTube. I don't. I have a life, I have a job, and I don't have to worry about garbage-ass YouTube. And garbage-ass people that are on YouTube. But I digress. Alright, so let's get to Smackdown first. And Smackdown emanated from the Little Caesars Arena, pizza, from in Detroit, Michigan. Home of those Lions and Tigers and Bears. No. And other crappy teams that play in Detroit. So we got that. And as always, our commentary team of Mitchell Cole and my good friend, Bad News Wade Barrett. And I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. Pretty much. You're going to get a lot of bad news coming to you. Pretty damn soon. Not me. All good news in the hood. Alright. So we got that. Alright, let's open this baby up. Like a girl's legs. Like your mama's legs when I put my dick in the... That's good. All good. And we'll move on. Alright, so Smackdown opens with the pyro. We're live on Fox. And we open with a recap of Sami Zayn taking on Kevin Owens last week in the main event, which got ruined by the Usos and Solo Sikoa as they laid him out, and Sami was not a happy camper. But he eventually put up the ones, because, you know, like the prophecy, like the Armada, the bloodline, all the ones, and you're a bunch of number twos. But it is what it is. Alright, so we saw that. And then we see not one, but two black cars arrive. And then we see the bloodline come out. You know, Sami comes out first. He's all ready to go. He's feeling fucking Usi tonight. Yeah. And then the Usos come out. And then Roman comes out in the other car. I mean, Roman, you couldn't buy a fucking limo? Look at him arrive in style. Anyway, so Roman comes out with the wise man. My name is Paul Heyman. And, you know, Sami's all ready to go, like, yeah, we're gonna kick some ass tonight, we're gonna cause some chaos, ain't that right, big dog? And Roman's like, fuck out of here, come on! Like, fuck you, Sami. I'm like, uh-oh. Roman is not happy, and you don't want to piss off the tribal chief. So we'll see what happens with that later on. So I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we begin with the Smackdown Tag Team Tournament. Which I don't know why this is having a stupid tournament. Okay. Alright, so we got the brackets for the tournament. We have Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Fella! The Banger Brothers. What was I calling the Bang Brothers? They're going to be taking on the Viking Raiders, Ivar and Eric, with Sarah Logan, a.k.a. Valhalla, at ringside. That's going to be our first match of the night, you know, as I get to that. We also have Los Lotharios, Angel Garza, and Humberto Carrillo. They're going to take on Chit Row. Care less for that. We got the Brawling Brutes of Ridge Holland and Butch. They're going to be taking on Imperium, Marcel Barthel, and Fabian Aichner. And also in the final bracket, we got the Maximum Male Models, or that's Marseille and Mansoir, with Sophia Cromwell, or what's her name? Maxine Dupree. They're gonna be taking on the Legado del Fantasma of Joaquin Wild and Raul Mendoza, along with Santos Escobar and the lovely, vivacious Samina Vega. So we got that. So, not much of a tag team division, not much of a tournament. But we got all 4 matches in the tournament to start. And that basically was the show. Minus a couple of matches and segments here and there. And then the ending segment with the stupid contract signing. We all know what happens in contract signings. We got that. Alright, so we start off with the Banger Brothers taking on the Viking Raiders. And it was an okay match to start. Before the bell even rang, Michael Cole mentioned Jay Briscoe passing away. Talks a little bit of how great a tag team that Jay and Mark are. That was nice, you know. That was nice, you know, they did that. I mean, it would have been nice, you know, better with a picture. Okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, at least WWE SmackDown mentioned it, so it's good. Alright. Very good. Very, very good. Alright, so we got a big, humongous brawl to start on the floor. Sheamus then fires off some forearms to both the Viking Raiders' chests with the clubbing blows of doom. And Sheamus then tries to go for a super white noise off the top, and he kind of hits it, and then left Ivar to hit a crossbody against the barricade. Ow. We go to break, we come back. Sheamus fights out of a 1904 kinlock, and then gets formed in the face. Sheamus gets out of that with the Irish Curse backbreaker. Then he gets the hot tag to bring in Drew McIntyre, who cleans house, hits a Michinoku driver on Ivar for a near fall. Then he goes up a superplex, but Eric makes the save, which leaves McIntyre in a tree of whoa! And Sheamus takes out Eric, then they sit up into a belly-to-belly superplex, drops Ivar as we go to another break. And then we come back. Drew drops Ivar, goes for the Claymore, gets cut off with a kick to face. And then Sheamus and Eric basically come in and slug it out like two big beefy men slapping meat. But then Sarah Logan gets on the apron, Valhalla. Stupid fucking name, Valhalla. She breaks up the Brogue kick. Ivar then hits the top rope splash for a near fall on Sheamus. That close. And the Viking Raiders are kind of like, what? Then they start beating down Sheamus, but he knees Ivar out of midair. And then Drew comes in. I guess he was still the legal man. He hits Eric with the Claymore. And then Sheamus finishes off Ivar with the Brogue kick. 1, 2, 3. The Banger Brothers, pick up the win in a, no pun intended, banger of a match. 3.5 out of 5 stars. And I can't wait to see them do another banger after banger after banger. That's pretty much it. I think they're going to win this tournament and then lose again to the Usos. But then again, who knows? And that's all I got to say about that. Alright, so 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. And the Giant game is over, thank the Lord. And now we gotta wait till tomorrow for the Bills and the Bungles. And then we got the Niners and the Cowgirls in prime time. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, this game is over. 38-7. Good night, Giants. I can't wait till Vic Tiboteto's post-game video. Oh, he's gonna be pissed. Yeah, probably not that pissed, but I don't know, who cares? And now to talk about the potential opponents for the Eagles. Last time the Eagles and the Niners faced off was 1996 in the wild card round, and the Niners whipped that candy ass 14-0. So, hey, Jalen Hurts and your fucking pedophile Eagles, get ready, because after we demolish the Cowgirls, your asses are next, bitches. And you're getting exposed. You ain't gonna run up 38 fucking points on us. No way. Even though our defense is meh. But you ain't running up 38 points on the Niners. I'll tell you that right now. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, move on. Alright, then we got Sami Zayn. He comes in to see Roman, and it's like, are we cool? We cool? And then Reigns like, sit down! No, Reigns tells him, sit down. And he says, I saw how you looked last week. I know you're going to try to cover things up tonight, bullshit. So Roman wants the truth. Sami admits that he was a little bit disappointed when he was ready to finish off Kevin, but then the Usos and Solo got involved. So he's not really happy with the bloodline and with really Roman much. He says Kevin kept saying that Sami's being used, and for just a split second, I didn't know, but it's all fine, it's okay, nothing bad about that, my tribal chief, blah blah blah. And then Roman's like, get out. Out you go. Out. Bye bye. Fine, get out. So Sami's like, okay. And then Paul Heyman's like with a smirk on his face, like, So we'll see what happens. It's like Roman's pissed at Sami one part of the segment, and then later on he's happy. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I it's my temper and everything. I love you, Sami. Give me a hug." So I'm like, are you playing mind games with Sammy, or what's going on here? Alright. So, and then Paul's like, the door's that way, Sammy. Take El Generico with you. So we'll see what happens with that later on. Alright, so I give that 3.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on with that. Alright, then we get a promo from Raquel Rodriguez. Just saying that she's going to be in the Royal Rumble. We don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Raquel Rodriguez. Who cares? But anyway, something I do care about, and that's Eli Drake. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. So he's getting ready for his match against Ray Jones. It's like, who the fuck is Ray Jones? It looked like Kenny King's brother or something like that. Anyway, before the match, Eli wants someone to help him out because we don't know who Bray is 1 week from the next. 1 week he's Uncle Howdy, 1 week he's Bray Wyatt. So he's like, I'm going to find out. I'm going to take Bray out at the Rumble in that pitch black match, whatever that is. I still think it's like a blindfold match or some type of weird match with the lights go out or something. I don't know. Anyway, so after that, he beats this Hammenager, Ray Jones, in 30 seconds with the blunt force trauma, or as I call it, the 1%er. And that's that. And after the match, even during the match, the Wyatt 6 logo appears and kind of distracted Eli for a minute. And Ray Jones tried for a 1905 roll-up, didn't work. And then he got hit with the finisher, 1, 2, 3, good night. So that's that. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. After the match, this was actually where it picked up, and it was great. Bray appears on the screen with the Firefly Funhouse. It makes a comeback. Everybody marks the fuck out. Complete with all the puppets, Mercy the Buzzard, Ramblin' Rabbit, Husky the Pig, and even that witch, Abigail. And then we see Bray trying to fix something, and his ass crack is out, and the Bray Wyatt symbol on his ass. Anyway, Bray says, "Hi kids, welcome to the Funhouse." He missed us all so much. He can't wait to have lots of fun with my friends again. And then we hear from like Abigail and really Ramblin' Rabbit is like, oh, we're not so sure about this pitch black match. And Bray wonders who would name their kid Los Angeles Knight. Okay. So Bray then gives us a special moment about how the dark is a special place where things can hide. And he's talking to Ramblin' Rabbit. He's like, let me talk to you, player. Like, okay, when did you become Teddy Long? Let me talk to you, player. I'm going to have a tag team match with you. Anyway, so he talks about, the dark's a special place where things can go hide and stuff. Then the TV appears, and then it goes completely staticky. Then we see Uncle Howdy on the screen. Bray's voice saying, I told you so. I told you so. And then Bray pops up. He's all serious. Like he's all in a trance. Like freaking Lexi is when Uncle Howdy shows up. So he says he hopes Eli understands. He's the one who opened the door, and whatever comes through, it's his problem. Then he just snaps out of it, and he goes, bye! Bye! Have a nice day! Thanks for coming to the Funhouse! Wow. Okay. I liked it. So I give that 3.5 out of 5 stars. I bet you nothing the Fiend shows up on next Saturday. Like, the door opens, and then the light shows, and the Fiend comes out. Something weird is going to happen next week. Something very weird is going to happen. And still, Bray's going to beat Eli Drake. That's obvious. But it's just going to be creepy. I think Uncle Howdy will be there. Maybe Lexi shows up. Well, Lexi probably won't show up. I think Lexi's got her match with Bianca. That's going to be weird. Lexi ain't going to win, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And we move on. All right, then we go to our second match in the tournament. We got Shit Row taking on Los Lotharios. It wasn't a match. Over 2.5 minutes suck fest. We have BFAB there, and she was looking fabulous. Really a nothing match. I didn't give two shits for it. BFAB closes a distraction, which lets Shanti the Adonis grab a 1905 roll-up with a handful of tights. 1, 2, 3. They get the win to move on in the tournament. Blah, 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 blah. 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Then we see another Cody Rhodes video. Oh my god. Another boring as fuck Cody Rhodes video. We know he's coming back at the Rumble. We know. And we still know that Cody Rhodes still married a hoe. Who told you it was open mic night, bitch? Yeah, Brandy. Fuck Brandy. No, not literally fuck Brandy, but, you know. Who cares? I'm a black belt. You're a black belt? Well, I'm a black bitch. Yeah, when I had a black bagel. And that's all I gotta say about that. Fuck Brandy. And fuck Cody Rhodes for that matter, too. Anyway, after that, we hear from Braun Strowman. Basically saying, I'm in the Rumble, too. And if anybody messes with me, you're gonna get these hands. Big whoop. Fuck you, Braun Strowman. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, after that, we get the Queen, Horseface Charlotte Flair, coming out for a chat. She's looking pretty nice. And she gets right to the point and says, if Sonya Deville has a problem with her, do something about it. So, on cue, Sonya Deville comes out and basically saying, I had to be dragged off of you last week after we fought in the back, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, don't you get it? I want another title shot. And Charlotte's like, oh, maybe you should focus on the Royal Rumble and losing. And then she says, I'll fight you right here, right now. But Sonya, being a bitch, turns it down unless you want to put the title on the line. And then Adam Pearce comes out and says, you can't do this because I have to make it official. So that distraction lets Sonya jump her from behind and then leaves her laying. That's it. Little pussy backstabbing move. So Charlotte's kind of pissy. And we'll see what happens with this situation when we move on. I don't understand why Charlotte's, in a fucking feud with a bitch like Sonya Deville. Who cares? I mean, really, who fucking cares about Sonya Deville? I mean, Ronda's not going to be at the Rumble. Ronda's not even going to be at Raw 30. Thank the Lord for that. But then we hear from Shayna Baszler. I'm like, oh, well, she's lost in the shuffle now. You could have done so much with Ronda and Shayna, put them against the women's tag team champions, and, where they are. Dakota and my third wife, Io. Just mop the floor with them. Sadly, Sorry, Io, but, it's true. It is what it is. Oh, look at that beautiful field. They just showed the end zone for the 49ers game tomorrow. It looks beautiful. Love it. Just love it. I can't wait for tomorrow night, man. It's gonna be raucous, and the fans are gonna go nuts tomorrow night at 6:30 on Fox. Now we're gonna hear from Dak Prescott tomorrow. Nobody fucking cares about that punk bitch, Dak Prescott. I hope he gets hurt tomorrow. I really do. Fuck him and fuck the Cowboys. And fuck Skip Bayless for that matter, too. That fucking cowboy mark. Let me move on. I gotta do that. Alright, the AFC Championship game is at 6 p.m. and the NFC... Wow, I'm surprised they did that. The NFC title game is at 3 p.m. next week. Really 3:30 because of the pre-show. So 3 p.m. next week could be the Niners and those pedophile Eagles. So, we'll see what happens. Next week is a big week. Winners of those games go to the Super Bowl in Arizona on February the 12th. We'll see. Maybe it'll be a good game. Maybe we'll see what happens with that. But Rihanna's going to be the halftime show. That might be interesting. I mean, there's Rihanna. I like Rihanna. Rihanna's cool. Under my umbrella, Ella. She can stand under my umbrella any day. But I digress. Anyway, let's get back to SmackDown. So after Adam Pearce tells Sonya to go fuck herself, we get to another segment with Roman, and he's still annoyed about Sammy, but he tells the wise man, Mr. Paul Heyman, to go get him and try to, talk him down, saying, I really didn't mean it, something. So he leaves, and then Kevin Owens comes out, and maybe it's better to have Sammy on the inside instead of the outside. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get another Lacey Evans promo that I really could care less about. Just demonstrating how to do the Cobra Clutch. Basically trying to do this G.I. Jane, female version of Sergeant Slaughter, you puke! Why don't you just have Sergeant Slaughter be her manager? It fits. I mean, you can't have anybody. I mean, who are you going to have as a manager? Nobody else that's a sergeant besides Sergeant Slaughter. Let's get the Patriot. No, I'm not going to get the Patriot. I'm not going to get Del Wilkes. I think he's dead. I don't know if he's dead or not. But anyway, we move on. But yeah, who cares about Lacey Evans? This stupid freaking soldier gimmick, whatever it is. Just turn her back into classy Lacey Evans, the Southern Belle. I mean, come on. And give her back her old theme. Not this stupid... Get the fuck out of here. Stupid gimmick. Stupid! Vince is coming back. All the stupidity's coming back with Vince. And Hunter's just like, man, I'm running shit. I got creative control. You can throw ideas out and we'll talk about it, but, I have the final say there, Vince, so... You can bring out the alligators and the koala bears, and we don't give a shit. This ain't 1986. This is my show. Fuck you, old man. Why did you make Stephanie quit? You bastard. Pretty much. Hunter should have left with Stephanie. I'm sorry. Hunter, you should have left with Stephanie, and then maybe Tony Khan would have gave you a job. Then again, I heard rumors that Hunter and Stephanie were thinking about making their own federation. That's gonna work. Yeah, Hunter, make your own federation and get all the jobbers that that Vince is gonna get rid of eventually, and make up your own federation and go after Vince and then go after Tony Khan. That's gonna work very fine. See if you get a big TV deal like MLW got. That wasn't a big TV deal. I mean, MLW is now on Reels. I don't know what day it is, but not that I'm gonna watch it. But I have Reels on the rich man's dish, but I'm not gonna watch MLW. Yeah, if you want me to, I will, but I really don't want to do the reviews. Let me move on. All right, then we get to our third match in the tournament. We have Imperium taking on the Brawling Brutes of Ridge Holland and Butch. It was a pretty good match. Not a banger of a match, pretty good. So it's with Ludwig Kaiser, Marcel Barthel, heavyweight on Butch to start. Then he's right back with an armbar. Then Fabian Aichner comes in. Then double team Butch. As we go to break, we come back and Butch goes over for the tag to Ridge Holland, who cleans house. Then we get a double delayed backdrop, puts Imperium down. And then Butch comes back, locks in the cross armbreaker on, I think it was, I forgot who it was. I think it was Fabian Aichner. No, it's Marcel Barthel. Fabian Aichner and busts out a double belly-to-belly moonsault for the save and a near fall. That was pretty nice. Get near the end, and Butch hits one hell of a tornado DDT as we get a double down. Ridge Holland comes in off the hot tag. All 4 men are in the ring. Then a Bleen Buster on the floor knocks Butch silly. Damn. which sets up the European bomb on Ridge Holland. 1, 2, 3. Imperium gets the win, and they will face Shit Row in the next round. And I think that's in the next round. I lost my brackets. Do I have my brackets? No, I don't. I think it's no, it's I think it's Shit Row versus Imperium, and then we got Sheamus and Drew taking on who's the last team in this goddamn tournament? I think it's no, I am right. It's gonna be Legado taking on Shit Row. That's gonna be fun. Something like that. I forget what the brackets are. Let me just finish off. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I digress. Alright, so I give that match 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we see my name is Paul Heyman walking up to Sammy. He tells him that Roman Reigns wants to see him in his locker room. Uh-oh. Let me see what happens with that. Let me move on. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. We get that. After that, we get Shayna Baszler announcing she's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Obviously. Get that. Alright, then we get a long look back at some great Raw moments throughout the 30-year history. Some very good moments from the Attitude Era. Some from the new, from like 93 to 95 era. 96 era. But mostly it was the Attitude Era. Some from the Ruthless Aggression Era up to now. Not bad. Not bad. It was pretty good. Alright, after that, we get Killer Cross and the lovely Scarlett Bordeaux. They're not really, happy to face Rey Mysterio, Booyaka Booyaka, next week. Rey can't decide what he wants to be, and that's not how it works here. So therefore, I'm going to take Rey out and then win the Royal Rumble. Got a good chance to win, but it's not going to win, obviously. Scarlett's the same thing. But so we'll see what happens next week. Killer Cross and Rey Mysterio one-on-one. See if Rey can beat the big man once again. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get to the Legado del Fantasma versus the Maximum Male Models. Reminds me of that great song. Once there was this boy. Anyway, Crash Test Dummies. Great song back in the 90s. They only one hit. And I digress. Alright, so we have Zelina Vega on commentary. She announces she's in the Rumble. Obviously. Why do we have everybody announcing that they're in the Rumble every goddamn week? Why can't we just get who's actually going to be in the Rumble, not every week? Oh, this person's going to be in the Rumble. That person's going to be in the Rumble. My Uncle Jim is going to be in the Rumble. Every fucking week. Boring. Anyway, this match was boring. Almost a 3-minute suckfest. Did I say 3 minutes? Yes, I did. It ends with Massey getting beat by Legado with the Russian leg sweep running kick to face. And that's pretty much it. And Legado moves on. They'll take on Shit Row in the semifinals. See what happens with that. I think the Maximum Male Models gimmick and storyline should be done. Get rid of get rid of Mansoor and Massey. Get them out of WWE. Ship them out. I don't know what you could do with Sophia Cromwell. I would just put it back in NXT. Maybe get back with Von Wagner, or maybe just bring Von Wagner up to the main roster. And then change Maxine Dupree back to Sophia Cromwell. And then let her be his manager. Let him go be like a monster heel on Smackdown. But really, who gives a shit about Von Wagner these days? I don't. Oh, look at all these poor giant fans at the bar. Cry for me. Good. Good for you. I knew they were going to win. I had a slim, this much chance of them winning and hoping that the Niners would get the home game next week, but not going to get the home game. It's all right. It's all right. We'll beat the Cowboys, go run through Philadelphia, burn that fucking shitty city down, and go to the Super Bowl in basically not even Candlestick, in Arizona, which is basically our second home. If you follow, the Niners in Arizona, Cardinals lately, basically the fans there are all Niner fans. Fuck the Arizona Cardinals. But, come on. But yeah, if we have to run through Philly to get to the Super Bowl and ring number 6, we'll have to do it. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so Legato moves on in the tournament. And that's it. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to, before the final segment, the contract signing. We have Sami Zayn coming back into Roman's locker room. And Roman suggests that he overreacted. My temper got to me. I'm gonna try. It's hard to be the tribal chief. Roman says he wants as much loyalty as he puts into this, and Sami's like, "You got it. You got whatever you want. You got it. All you have to do is ask, and it's done." So Roman's like, "Okay, get the cars ready, get the jet ready. We're out of here after this fucking contract signing." So Sami's like, "You got it, my tribal chief," and then they fist bump. And all appears to be good in the bloodline, or does it? So we got that. So I get that 3 out of 5 stars. Then it's time for the old-fashioned contract signing. Roman comes out looking like $1 million, and we have to throw up those ones because we have to acknowledge the tribal chief. It's Friday night, and you know what that means. Besides being Friday night Smackdown and Rampage, we have to acknowledge our tribal chief, which we'll do on Monday and next Friday. So, get 3 more times you have to acknowledge the tribal chief. Monday night on Raw, Friday night Smackdown next week, and the Royal Rumble, where he's going to destroy that piece. Well, he's my friend and everything, but Kevin, I love you, pal, but you're getting destroyed again. I'm sorry. Deal with it. So anyway, Roman comes out, takes forever to get in his seat, and he puts his feet on the table because he can do whatever the fuck he wants. I'm the tribal chief. Put my feet on the table. So he's waiting for Kevin to come out, but Kevin pops up out of nowhere and attacks Solo Sikoa, hits him with knocks him down. He gets in the ring and hits the stunner on Roman, laying him out. Then the Usos come out, but they get destroyed. I think Jimmy got sent into the guardrail, and Jay gets sent into the steps. And then Kevin comes in, and he puts Roman through the table with a pop-up powerbomb. And then Owen signs the contract. And then Sami Zayn comes out. A little bit too late there, Sami. And then Owens runs out. Well, he throws the contract to Sami. Then he runs out like a little bitch. And Sami's trying to go after him, but Kevin's already up the stairs, going to get a hot dog at the concession stand. And then the Usos get back, and that's basically it. So Kevin gets a 1-up on Roman, which won't last long, I'll tell you that much. And that's it. So pretty good segment, as usual. It's a contract signing that ends in chaos. And that ends a pretty decent SmackDown, which I gave a solid 7 out of 10 stars. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we will move on from there. Alright, so that ends SmackDown. So we'll see what happens on Raw this Monday night with the acknowledgement ceremony. If Kevin's gonna ruin it or not, I don't know. But if The Rock's gonna show up, who knows? Maybe Naomi, maybe. We'll see. But the bloodline lineage will be there. Alpha, Sika, Rikishi, maybe Roman's other cousins that we don't know about. Should be a great ceremony. I think that's going to be the main of the last thing we see is the acknowledgement segment. I don't think they should open with that. And it depends on what they're going to do. If they're going to have the old school set, I hope the old school theme. They should do the 90, well, not even 93 theme because it wasn't really a 93 theme. They should do the old school Raw is Raw theme. Union Underground. Move to the music, play the fucking music. That should come out. Don't play that fucking garbage theme that we have now. You want old school Raw 30? Then you go back to the Attitude Era theme. Or, you can play To Be Loved, you can play Nickelback. But I would go with Union Underground myself. Because that's, that was the theme of the Attitude Era. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, let's quickly get to Rampage, which was from Fresno, California at the Save Mart Center on our commentary... I can't even talk. Our commentary team of the man behind the mask, Excalibur, the very evil, very legendary man himself, Tony Baloney Schiavone, the Wizard, Chris Jericho, and Back Gold Jim Ross, Back Gold, Boomer Sooner, Stone Cold. As always on commentary. Alright, so coming off Dynamite, pretty good Dynamite, which had a lot of things happen. Even though it was, in tribute to Jay Briscoe, even though it wasn't really shown, unless you have Honor Club. I saw it wasn't that bad. We had Claudio Castagnoli defending the Ring of Honor title against Christopher Daniels. Was a pretty good match. Wheeler Utah defended the Pure title. I forget against who, but nobody cares because Wheeler Utah fucking sucks. Then we had Athena taking on some woman who had Sky Blue at ringside. She wins that match. Then hits Sky Blue with the Ring of Honor Women's title. Then we had some Japanese guys there. I forget most of the card, but it was a pretty good show. Adam Cole Bebe did a beautiful little tribute to Jay. It was very nice. Eddie Kingston was in a match, and he won that match against QT Marshall Not. And, he goes up the ramp, and they show the big picture of Jay Briscoe, and he does, the sign of respect to Jay and everything. Everybody's wearing Jay Briscoe armbands. Even Ivar and Eric on SmackDown last night wore Them Boys armbands, which I thought was pretty nice. So last couple days was pretty good. A little bit tributes to Jay Briscoe, and he's still going to be, missed, and he's probably fighting Bruiser Brody in heaven right now. Maybe he's fighting with Mike Awesome, right, Mike? Mike! What? Get in here, asshole! What did you call me? Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. You're for Hall of Famer, Mike. Oh, you don't go call me an asshole, Gilmore. I'm sorry, Mike. Mike, you remember Jay Briscoe, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't even know you came up here. I saw him at the bar. I was like, who the hell is that guy with the dreads? I thought it was Jerome. Well, it's Jay Briscoe. Now he's in heaven. He sadly passed away the other day. You talked to him? Yeah, I talked to him for a little while, but, I was too busy. Doing what? Do you ever have to ask me that, Gilmore? Oh, for God. Mike Awesome and his fucking bitches. Why'd you call them bitches for? Anyway, just have fun in heaven, talk to Jay and, go watch him beat the fucking crap out of Bruiser Brody. And while you're at it, maybe maybe get in a good shot and put him through a freaking table for me, right? Okay, Gilmore, do it right for you, because I'm awesome. You're right. Right on, Mike. Mike, you want to say goodbye to your fans? Bye! Hey, get out of here. I haven't talked to Mike in a while. Let him be. Let Mike Awesome be with, with his chicks in heaven and, putting Abdullah the Butcher through a flaming glass table and all that shit. And I still do a better Mike Awesome impression than half of you people on YouTube. Because you love it, and you want more of it. Anyway, so we got that. But it was a pretty damn good tribute show. I don't know when it's going to be shown on Ring of Honor YouTube channel. So, stay tuned. But I already saw it because I have Honor Club for free. Even though it is for free, but I already saw it for free, so it doesn't matter. So, it was pretty good, though. It was pretty good. Maybe tear up a little bit. But, that's it. Alright, so we got that. And we start off Rampage. We start off with the fire and the pyro. We're all ready to go. So, we start off with our first match of the night. Jungle Man Jack Perry taking on Ethan Page, Old Eagle Ethan Page, with parts of the firm with him. Isaiah Cassidy of Private Party. Where the hell is Mark Quinn? Maybe he's injured. Maybe he's at a private party of his own. I don't know. Anyway, that idiot Stokely Hathaway, and then Matt Hardy. Farron! They're all there with Paige. So, we starts this off. Chris Jericho starts ranting about how the fans are singing along with Jungle Boy's theme by Baltimore, Tarzan Boy. I'm like, are you contradicting yourself there, Jericho? Because the fans sing Judas too. I mean, what's the next thing you know? They're just gonna start singing Orange Cassidy's theme, which really doesn't have any lyrics to it. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. I forget who sings that. I think it's not the Misfits. I forget who sings that damn song. Jane. I think it's the Misfits. I forget. But no, really, they should start singing for. You should start singing for Adam Cole, baby. It's all about the boom. That's the only lyrics that's in the song. Boom. That's it. Unlike his last theme, which was, I got something for you. He should bring that theme back. I love that theme. Good old Adam Cole, baby. I can't wait till he comes back in the ring. And he's probably going to fight some jabronis until he gets up to real contenders like maybe Jungle Boy or maybe Orange Cassidy. And then eventually MJF. Probably by the end of the year. But we'll see. Anyway, so Paige tries an Ego's Edge out of the corner to start the match. It gets broken up. He gets sent to the floor where he pulls Isaiah Cassidy away on a suicide dive. They go back in, and Paige catches Jungle Boy on the top, but a drop kick puts him right back down. And then Stokely Hathaway tries to interfere, and then he blames Matt Hardy for no apparent reason, which allowed Paige to whip Jungle Boy into the barricade. And then on the outside, they're like chopping each other, and then Ethan Page wins that exchange. And then he looks at the camera, he's like, "You want to slap tits? We'll slap tits." I'm like, and then Jericho's like, "Did he just say tits?" No, who was it? Tony Schiavone said, "Did you just say what I thought he said?" And Jericho's like, "Yeah, he said what he said." You want me to explain even more than Tony? Yeah, he said tits. It wasn't bleeped. But yeah, slapping tits. But I digress. I'm never going to go there with a joke. Anyway. Alright, so they fight on the floor. They get back in the ring. Jungle Boy gets into the ring post. Then a gorilla press slam inside the ring. Makes it even worse. We go to break. We come back. Jungle Boy fires off some chops. But really doesn't do anything. And then Paige starts mocking Matt Hardy a little bit. Tries for the twist of fate. We gets counted into a kill switch, but that doesn't work. And then Jungle Boy starts hammering away in the corner, but a Stokely Hathaway distraction lets Paige to hit the twist of fate near the ropes for a near fall as Jungle Boy got the leg on the rope. Paige gets all pissy, sends Jungle Boy outside in front of Matt Hardy, who tries to throw him back in the ring. But then we hear the music of "Send for the Man!" Get in there, Hook. Hook comes out, and he's pissed. And that caused a distraction as Matt Hardy elbowed Ethan Page in the face, which led to a roll-up. 1, 2, 3, Jungle Boy gets the win in a little over 10 minutes. So we get that. So I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Ethan Page gets pissed. They start yelling at Matt Hardy, saying, "You cost me the match." And then Matt Hardy's like, "I'm your friend." And Ethan Page's like, "Well, if you're my friend, you're going to team up with me next week on Dynamite against Jungle Hook," who accept the match, obviously. And then Hathaway's like, "Until then, Matt Hardy, you're on timeout. Go in the corner, you baby." High school? Kindergarten here? Timeout. Anyway. So, we got that match on Dynamite. Not looking forward to it. We all know Jungle Hook's gonna get the win there. I just don't know why Matt Hardy's still with Stokely Hathaway and that idiot Ethan Page. Look at that. Alright, we move on. Next segment, we have Tony Baloney in the ring with the Funky Monkey. Funky like the monkey, like the macho man, really savage. Ooh, yeah, dig it. Anyway, so we have Angel Ortiz in the ring, and we're trying to find out what is going on with that crazy lunatic Eddie Kingston. So after blaming the House of Black for having having Kingston to the point of hitting the beautiful Julia Hart with a chair last week, Ortiz like, where I come from, we don't do that shit. Right on. So I don't do that shit. Even though you want to think that I do, I don't. I smack that ass, if you know what I mean. If I beat my woman, I'm smacking that ass. But I digress. Ortiz calls Eddie out. Eddie on cue comes out with a chair. So you knew something bad was going to happen. Ortiz wants to know why Eddie has not been talking to him. He's like, I guess it's the only way I can talk to you in front of the people. It's like, but now you really want to hit a woman with a chair? I know you better than that. And even your mom and your dad didn't raise you like that. Uh-oh, you brought up the mom and dad. So Eddie was raised better than that, and their mentor, Homicide, oh, they mentioned Homicide. That taught him better than that. And somewhere in between that, Eddie didn't like something that Ortiz said, and he cuts Ortiz off with a chair shot to the stomach, then the back. And then he leaves him laying, and then he leaves like a little bitch. I tell you, that boy got a temper. Yeah, we all knew that from Eddie Kingston. I mean, he always had a temper. Even from his days in Ring of Honor, all the way to CCW, to Dragon Gate. That guy is, I don't know. He's supposedly married. I don't know to who, but I mean, if I was that guy, if Eddie Kingston's wife, I would leave in a huff. With his past, beating up Mia Yim, don't even get me started with that. I'm glad Mia Yim left him for Keith Lee. But, yeah. Mia deserved better than Eddie Kingston. Way better. But glad she got out of that horrible relationship. Now she's with a better guy. And Eddie's with some chick. He's happy, I guess. He got some kids, I think. But his past is like... Boy needs some anger management. Don't tell him I said that, though. Anyway, we move on. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get a promo from Darby Allin. How you doing? I'm from Seattle. I weigh 145 pounds soaking wet, even though that's my jacket. And I run down to the ring with a stupid skateboard. I'm a fucking emo piece of shit. I was the Evolve champion for a year until Johnny Gargano beat me. I suck. Worse than Wheeler Yuta. So anyway, Darby throws out an open challenge to Buddy Matthews for the TNT title on Dynamite, because he already beat Malachi Black. He beat Brody King. That bloody as fuck match. That coffin match where he beat him. And then he beat Malachi. I forgot how he beat Malachi. I think straight up. But, well, he beat 2 members of the House of Black. Now he's about to probably beat the 3rd member. That's Buddy Matthews. But not going to be easy. But we'll see what happens with that. And we will move on with that. Alright, so that's going to be on Dynamite. Should be a pretty decent match. But we'll see what happens with that. We'll move on. Alright, we go to our 3rd match of the night. The Machine! Brian Cage! With my good friend, Prince Nana of the Embassy. The real Prince, not that other guy. Anyway, so he comes out, he takes on Willie Mack. So it felt like an old school PWG match, old school Lucha Underground match, minus the cinder block. So they fought on, I think it was Dynamite or, not Dynamite, sorry, I think it was on Dark, and Brian Cage got the win there. I'm like, why do you have a rematch? Anyway, so, Excalibur mentioned, some of their matches in PWG. Obviously, you should do that, Excalibur, because you own the goddamn promotion. Oh, I remember some of these matches back in the American Legion Hall in Reseda, California. And Joe's like, yeah, I remember those too. No, you don't. Shut up. Jericho being stupid as usual. Anyway, it was a pretty decent match. Willie Mack, did what he had to do. But in the end, Brian Cage breaks out of a sky high for a near fall. He gets back up, comes back with the F5 for a near fall. Then he picks up Willie Mack, hits a powerbomb into the Jew Claw. 1, 2, 3. Brian Cage gets the win, and he's still undefeated in 2023. Yay! Yeah, but all his fucking wins are on fucking Dark or Elevation. This is his first win on Rampage in like a while. But what are they doing with him? The same thing with the Gates of Agony and the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team belts. They just put him in ridiculous matches on Dark and Elevation to get some seasoning, and then when the Ring of Honor pay-per-view comes out, hey, we'll bring him back to fight some 3 jabronis and let them retain the 6-man tag team titles. Meaningless. It's meaningless belts, man. Come on. Maybe you think they're going to fight Dalton Castle and the boys again? Hope not. I mean, nothing bad about Dalton Castle and the boys, I mean, but... Can you get him some competition, at least, for Supercon of Honor if they do defend the belts, which they probably will? Because you know Wheeler Utah is going to defend that belt and bore us half to death. Wheeler Utah is the type of guy that doesn't get buy rates for a pay-per-view. That's how bad he is. Doesn't get any buy rates. It is what it is. Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that puts on ABC looking for a cartoon. That didn't sound right, but whatever. Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that just sucks. Period. Anyways, alright, we move on for that. No enough Wheeler Yuta jokes. We'll do that on Wednesday night. When it's really Wednesday night, Wheeler Yuta shut the fuck up night. But we move on. Alright, so Brian Cage gets the win over Willie Mack. Match was meaningless, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So Brian Cage is getting ready for his match with Bryan Danielson. Yes! On Wednesday night, match number 3 in the 5-match gauntlet. I think Brian will win, maybe by disqualification, maybe straight up wins, I don't know. But, I mean, the first 2 matches were bangers, but I think this match will be a little bit of a letdown. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. I think the next 2 matches are probably going to be pretty good against some actual good talent. Like, the first match with Takeshita, or Takeshita as MJF would say, was great. The last one with, who did he face last time? Bandito was great. And now he goes from Bandito and Takeshita to Brian Cage. I would have went with somebody better, like Kushida maybe. Or maybe somebody from New Japan. Like, I don't even know who they could possibly get. Maybe Naito! Or Tanahashi. Or maybe, you know, somebody like that. I don't know if they could get him, though. But, well, we'll see match number 4 and number 5. If they get, well, it will get there, but depends on who he faces next after he beats Brian Cage. But we'll get that. Alright, after that, we get good old Jim Ross wishing the Jacksonville Jaguars good luck. Well, that didn't work there, JR. And I heard Jericho say he was going to be at the game. I mean, I watched the game. I didn't even see Jericho. Maybe he was in the stands, but we didn't know where he was. But, you know, I mean, big ups to Jacksonville Jaguars, you know. Shockingly, they win the AFC South Division because Tennessee, they choked really big time. Shockingly beat the Chargers last in the wildcard game because the Chargers, you know. And, you know, they gave the Chiefs a game today, but, you know, it's Patrick motherfucking Mahomes. Even though he got injured during the first half, he messed up his ankle. I thought it was a really bad injury, but he was like, he's Patrick Mahomes. He ain't gonna want to come out of the game. He's like, take my fucking ankle up. I'm gonna throw 5 touchdowns. And what does he do? He comes back, the Chiefs win. But, you know, I was hoping, I was praying that Trevor Lawrence and company would shockingly beat Kansas City, go on to the AFC title game. You know, I had a slim bet that the Jaguars would go to the Super Bowl and possibly win and get that WWE belt from Vince. That would have been hilarious. But, it's always next year. But I think the Jaguars got a pretty good team with Trevor Lawrence and company. And I think next year they get some good draft picks, maybe some trades here and there. I think the Jaguars will be another powerhouse in that AFC South division with the Titans, who are miserable right now. The Colts look like shit. And Houston, who's The Texans are looking for actual help. They're looking for a team matcher because their team is garbage. I am surprised they even got the number. I think they got the number 2 and number 3 pick in the draft this year. Because the Bears got number 1 pick. How did they get the number 1 pick? I don't know. Because I think Houston got 2 or 3 wins. I think the Bears got 3 or 4 wins. I thought the Bears got more wins than 3 or 4. And they got the number 1 pick. They're gonna get a good pick there, Bears fans? Probably not. Not it's gonna matter. But I mean, it is what it is. We'll see what happens with that. But good season to the Jaguars, and we'll see what happens next year. But that's it. All right, then we go to our next match. This is actually match number 3. I meant last match was match number 2. All right, match number 3, women's action at the dreaded 10:30 slot. We had the baddies, Layla Gray, and that bitch show, Jade Cargill, who is 48-0. They take on the Vanity Twins, Jada and Jordan. There is another wrestler named Vanity, but it's not that Vanity. I know from Shimmer and Shine and various other wrestling promotions around the Northeast. But anyway, basically a 3-minute, did I say 3 minutes? Suckfest. Really nothing to talk about. Jade comes in. Layla hits a neck breaker, then the X Factor on Jada. And she was about to go for the pin, but Jade's like, no. I'm the star here. I get the pin. So she comes in. She is jaded. 1, 2, 3. Jade goes to 49-0. Who is going to beat her? If it's not going to be, it's not going to be Paige. Obviously not going to be Paige. Because she's heel now. I mean, who beats Jade at Revolution? Most likely will be Revolution. Is it Mercedes Moné? I doubt that. I don't know anybody's going to beat her. Maybe it should be Mandy Rose. Imagine. Mandy Rose beats Jade for the TBS title at Revolution. But yeah, I think Jade's going to go 50-0, get that little trophy. She's just wiping the floor with half these women. I really don't know who's going to beat Jade. And whoever does, going to be a lucky woman. That's all I got to say about that. And we'll move on. All right, I got to finish this up because I got to do some stuff. All right, so I gave that match 2.25 out of 5 stars. It was just a Jade squash match. That's it. All right, then we got a video on Action Andretti, that's Amazing Red's brother, against the Jericho Appreciation Society. Then we hear from Daniel Garcia, who promises to take him out. Then we get Bismarck Henry with his traditional line, I think we've heard enough talk. It's time for the main event. But before that, we get what's coming up on Dynamite this Wednesday night from wherever they're going to be, and then next week on Rampage. And that's pretty much it. All right, so we get to the main event. Action Andretti takes on Daniel Garcia. Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, on commentary next to Jericho. Because they're going to be teaming up against Action Andretti and Ricky Starks on Wednesday night. Should be a pretty interesting match. If Garcia wins, he replaces Sammy Guevara in the match. But does it happen? No. Pretty much back and forth match. Lots of flippy-dippity-doos by Action Andretti. But we get near the end. A Torture Rack neckbreaker gives the newcomer a 2 count. But Garcia comes back with a pump handle slam for a 2 count. Action Andretti catches Garcia with an elbow in the corner and a top rope corkscrew flippy-dippity-doo crossbody on Garcia. Then he hits the running shooting star press. 1, 2, 3. Action Andretti gets his second official win in AEW. He beats another Jericho Appreciation Society member in Daniel Garcia. He already pinned Jericho. Now he pinned Garcia. So, he's on fire. I mean, literally, he was on fire. It's a couple weeks ago. So he gets the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. It was all right. So he celebrates in the ring, and then Sammy Guevara and Jericho are yelling and screaming on commentary to end the show. So, Wednesday night, we got Action Andretti and Vicky Starks taking on the sexy guys, or the sex gods, Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so that ends Rampage, and Rampage was pretty good. It wasn't great, but still, I gave it a solid 6.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below in my pants, in the comments box down below. You can leave a comment, or 2, or 3, or 4, or whatever you want. I could care less. And that's all I gotta say about that. So 6.5 out of 10 stars for Rampage, 7 out of 10 stars for Smackdown, and that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens on the 30th anniversary show for Raw this Monday night. Should be some interesting stuff. I'm all decked out and ready to go for the acknowledgement ceremony. Gonna be in a nice little dress shirt. Gotta look good for the ceremony. And I got that. You know, some nostalgia on Monday night, looking at the past 30 years. Should be some good shit. Then we got NXT this Tuesday. I don't even know what the rating is. I didn't even look at it. But it should be a pretty decent show, as it's the pre-ultimate to the go-home show before next, well, not this weekend, 2 weeks from now, Vengeance Day. So we got some stuff to talk about there. Wednesday Night Dynamite should be a pretty good show. Then we got the SmackDown go-home show before the Royal Rumble. That should be fun. They got Rampage as well. That's going to be taped. And then we got the Royal Rumble next Saturday night. Some surprises. Who's going to win the men's and women's Rumble? I think it's going to be Rhea Ripley and possibly Cody Rhodes. I think Roman's going to beat Kevin Owens. I don't know about the tag titles. Are they going to be on the line? Or the SmackDown tag titles. I think Judgment Day is going to win the Raw tag team titles on Monday. Sorry, Uso fans, you know. But it is what it is. We'll see. I think Bianca Belair is going to retain over Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. And I think that's pretty much going to be it for the matches. But it should be a pretty decent show at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. And we'll talk about that all next week. That's it. So stay tuned. Hit that bell so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, fuck you. Too bad. You missed it? Too bad. And that's it. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. So I got to finish editing this video, and then I'm going to probably watch a little bit of TV, watch a movie, and then go to bed. That's it. Get ready for Sunday. Get ready for the Niners! And that's pretty much it. So it's going to be a big game tomorrow. I'm nervous as fuck, but I'm confident that Brock Purdy is going to go 8-0, and the Niners are going to go 12-0. Keep going, and we're going to steam past those fucking Cowgirls and on the road to Philadelphia for the NFC title game next Sunday afternoon. But we'll see. And in the AFC, it's going to be a good game. The Bungles and the Bills. I got the Bills to win, because I think that's how the NFL, because you all know the NFL is rigged. So I think we're going to see Bills and KC in Atlanta next weekend, next Sunday night on TV. And then after that, we will get our participants in the Super Bowl. And then we'll talk about the Super Bowl after Vengeance Day. We'll talk about that. I'll do my predictions for the Super Bowl. And that's it. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cockute. And if you're not down with that, you can suck a fat cock. Because you're not better than me, and you definitely aren't better than me, and you can't do shit. Because the Armada is the strongest force in the world, and all your little yapping don't matter to me. I don't give two shits. Blow me for all I care. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not down with that, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Have a great rest of your Saturday night. Well, actually, right now it's Sunday. It's midnight. So, happy Sunday to you in the East Coast. And on the West Coast, happy Saturday to you. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. And I'll see you motherfuckers next time. Peace. Ha! Bitches.